Greetings all, pardon, sorry. Vanna here for Virgo's weekend oracle message. Virgo, the first card that came out for you is the Three of Shields in reverse. I don't want you to be hesitant to work with people on a project, because while you yourself are incredible, you're very resourceful, wise, and powerful in your own right, you do not have all the resources and knowledge to get a project done to the degree that it needs to be done. And it is part of your journey. It is part of your beautiful path you're meant to walk. So I don't want you to be afraid to work with other people. Now, of course, hold respect for yourself. Don't let other people come in and completely bulldoze everything that you're working on and making it into something that they want to do, because people will do that all the time. They see your passion, they see your drive and fire and your ability to get things done. And they're like, I bet I can make that work for myself. Or even if they don't want anything for themselves, they want to twist and warp what you're doing, either because they think they know better or they don't want to see you succeed. Be wise and mindful of the people you're bringing in. Be respectful, but also make sure you're being respected. Do not sit and waste your time trying to argue with someone who does nothing but yell and scream, because that's just a person who has no grounds that they can back from, or nothing to base what the things that they are saying on. Those kind of people, they just yell and scream to cover up the fact that they don't know what they're talking about. And those are not the kind of people you want around you. So be mindful of the people you bring into that inner circle and bring into your functions. But it is part of your journey, and you are on your path. You are on your way, and you're doing an incredible job. You have the Two of Cauldrons in reverse. Again, being mindful, because they're standing on two very different planes here. And if there is not mutual respect and understanding, things can fall apart. You have the Seven of Shields. You have been working on something for a very long time, brewing something brand new out of your work, out of your passion and your energy. You truly are making something amazing, Virgo. So please take time to rest and take care of yourself. Yeah, the Fool in reverse. You're not wasting your time. You're not going on the wrong path. You are taking the way that you need to take. Also, the phrase, arguing with the fool will only prove that there are two. These other people that just want to scream and insert their opinion and say like, oh, you should write your book with this kind of plot twist, even though that's like completely not your vibe. Like, they just want to insult themselves. Arguing with a fool will only prove that there are two, and you are no fool, Virgo. You are no fool. Yes, of course, we have naivety. There are things that we are unaware of, but that, of course, just happens until we learn, until we grow. You have the Page of Shields and the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Page of Shields is asking us to make sure we are covering our bases, covering our grounds. Are we taken care of before moving forward? The Knight of Swords is driving straight force into the storm. But in reverse, I really feel like this pausing and looking at our resources, looking at our situation, can really prevent a catastrophe. Being wise and mindful, thinking before we're just walking off that edge, like with the Fool card here. We don't want to lose everything that we have worked for, because we have done a lot of work. So taking time to contemplate, making sure we've covered our bases, we haven't lost anything in the storm, and we haven't forgotten anything behind. And that is another point to having other people in. It's like, oh, well, you need a little more support here, or your argument's a little weak in this area. Having another person that is trusted and reliable to look at your work is very important. You have the Spirit Guardian of Winter, Retreat. I almost feel like we're moving out of this phase of retreat, but you could, of course, be working to the situation where you are making a retreat for yourself. You're making a sanctuary, a place where you don't have to deal with so much stress, and there's not this constant pressure from all these other people trying to incept into you something that you weren't asking for. You have the air spirit of knowledge coming in. You are a very smart person, Virgo. You go very far to make sure that what you are saying is correct. You don't just talk out your ass. You say like, no, this is based in fact. You can see my references. Here's the book I use. These are the websites that I build from. You make sure that you're credible. And that's something very honorable about you, Virgo. But it also makes sure that you're speaking in truth and not falsities or extending the truth. You have the unicorn spirit of purity. If there is a zodiac that makes me think of a unicorn, it is a Virgo, the pure, honest, and wholesome maiden. She is the middle point of the battle of the self that we go through with the beginning of the zodiacs and the battle of the spirit that we go through with the other side of the wheel. She is the middle point. She has learned everything that she needed to learn from her battle with herself, and now moving into Libra and Scorpio, balancing her spirit and the energy around her. The maiden of Virgo is a very pure, wise spirit, and we literally have a maiden right there. And there are maidens all over these decks. You have the ancient oak spirit reminding you of your strength. And spring spirit of success. We are moving into spring right now, my love. And that's literally her same ship. And the lantern right there is the Hermit's lantern. And what is the Hermit in tarot? It is Virgo. The frog spirit of renewal is coming in. As we're moving into this spring, you are going through a metamorphosis, and a very powerful one. If you've ever seen the actual physical transformation that a frog goes through from the tadpole to its final adult form, it goes through so many physical stages that it doesn't even look the same. And you are very similar here, Virgo. The Wizard of the Woods is bringing in focus for you. I love that we're having a balance of divine masculine and divine feminine energy in here. Knowledge, focus, strength, success, it is all yours as long as you are taking care of yourself, being truthful, and allowing yourself to shift, because this isn't your final form. This isn't your last stage. While you are incredible in doing so much for yourself, your chariot still has a long ways to go until your mission is done here, Virgo. So don't stop yourself from continuing to grow. Don't stop yourself and say no, this is the most amazing as I'm ever going to be, because you can always be more incredible. You can always be more whole, more healed, more learned, more successful, and whatever that means for you. Maybe the definition of success changes for you. Maybe it's no longer having a bank account with a certain number of figures. Maybe it's just having a home that you know is secure, taken care of, and not going to be taken away. Allow yourself to shift and change. Take those moments of reflection to understand your path ahead, because it might save you from these storms. It might save you from an unnecessary struggle, strain, or rough road. Taking that time to look around the situation before just going. You are that wise middle point between a bull and a ram. Take that into consideration, Virgo. Take some time for yourself and make sure what you are doing is something that you truly want. Have a beautiful day, Virgo.